You, thank you for joining appointment with Krishna today for hearing the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So let us start. जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुरमाई की जय, नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, पंच तत्व की जय, षड गोस्वामी की जय, गुरु परंपरा की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री गुरुदेव की जय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Today we will be discussing from 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, verse number 16.16. Prabhu, can you share that 16 chapter screen? Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. So let us recite this verse. अनेक चित्त विभ्रांता मोहजाल समावृता प्रसक्ता काम भोगेषु पतन्ति नरकेषु च. अनेक चित्त विभ्रांता मोहजाल समावृता प्रसक्ता काम भोगेषु पतन्ते नरकेषु च. Translation by Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thus perplexed by various anxieties and bound by a network of illusions, they become too strongly attached to sense enjoyment and fall down into hell. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is a very, very important chapter for all of us to understand. See, in the 15th chapter, Krishna described the banyan tree of the material world. Urdhva Mula Mother Shakam, right? So the modes of material nature, this will nourish both the upper, the auspicious divine branches, right? The top branches of the tree, and also the lower demonic branches also. That is in the 15th chapter. Again, in the 15th chapter, the extra roots of the banyan tree, they were also compared to the activities of the living entities, some auspicious and some inauspicious. Now, this 16th chapter, this explains the divine qualities that elevate one on the tree and also leads ultimately to the liberation. And this 16th chapter also explains the demonic qualities and the mentality which drives one on the lower platform of the tree and ultimately to hell. See, from the first in this chapter, verse number 1 to 6, Krishna first describes the 26 divine qualities. Then he mentions the 6 demoniac qualities. And from 7 to 20, he speaks about the demonic nature. See, Krishna wants to assure Arjuna that he possesses divine and not demonic qualities. And he also describes the activities, the mentality, and the qualities of those with demoniac tendencies. And the people who are in demonic tendencies, Krishna repeatedly, what does he do? He casts these mischievous demons into demoniac, abominable species of life. See, in the fourth verse, 16.4, the demonic qualities are described. The 6 demonic qualities. We just see in summary. Those 6 demonic qualities are pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. So, what is the pride? Demonic want to make a show of religion and advancement in spiritual science, but they do not want to follow the principles. That is pride. Arrogance, they are proud in possessing some education or wealth and thus become arrogant. Then conceit means they desire to be worshipped by others. He wants to be worshipped by others. Given a chance, they want their photo or in the altar, so they can do arati to them. They demand respect, but do not command respect. The fourth one is anger. Even small things, they become angry. And harshness, definitely they speak very harshly. In fact, more harsher than the butcher who is cutting the animals, right? By the speaking only they will cut. And the sixth one is ignorance. And what are the ignorance? Because they are not knowing what to do and what not to do. And they do everything whimsically according to their own desire. And they do not recognize any authority. In the fifth verse, he says, Krishna encourages Arjuna. He's encouraging him that he's not born of, because Arjuna is hearing, no, demonic qualities to have. So he's encouraging him that he's not born of any demonic. He's born of saintly qualities. And his fighting is not demonic. That's what he says in the fifth verse. And of course, sixth verse is divine and demonic. See, both demigods and demons, they're born of Prajapati. The only criteria of differentiation between the two is mentioned as, in the purport is mentioned by Prabhupada as obedience to the regulative principles of scriptures. The divine people, they obey the regulative principles. Divine, demonic, they don't obey. So Krishna, he explained briefly the demonic nature in the fourth verse, right? Pride. Then afterwards, he will explain in detail from the 7th to the 20th verse the demonic nature. So in this current verse, which we are discussing today, 16.16, it is giving us the results of demonic work. What are the results? If you are acting in a demonic way, what will be not the benefit, what are the problems? What are the results? First one is they are perplexed by various anxieties, always anxious. Secondly, they are under the network of illusions, not only illusion, network of illusions. Thirdly, they're too strong. They have the too strong, there's so much attachment to sense enjoyment. And ultimately, they will fall down to hell. This word network of illusion, right? Bound up by network of hundreds and thousands of desires and illusions. So much desires they have. So another body is created by that. The moment you have a desire, next body is already in the assembly line. See, the bound of network of illusion is mohajala. The word is given in this verse is mohajala. Is compared to a fish in a net. There's no way to come out. And the examples of mohajala, network of illusion, that is given as no limits for the desire to enjoy. We want to enjoy, continue, no limit. Secondly, always planning to increase the stock of wealth. Right? We all of us relate with these things. They think that all advancement is due to their own endeavor and not because of law of karma. I am doing, that's why everything is happening. For anyone who comes into his competition, anyone is competing with him, they are his enemy. And the last word, they manufacture their own process of yajna. The example is Ravana. He was building a staircase to heaven. Or even the modern scientists, they're trying to go to higher planets by mechanical arrangements. So pride leads to arrogance. So we should avoid this pride. See, as soon as there is pride, damba, then there is arrogance, dharpa. And then abhiman, conceit. You plan to destroy others. So this is conceit. And then anger. If your plan does not work, then you become angry. And as soon as you are angry, harsh speech follows. So these are all ignorance. So the six qualities are demonic qualities. And there's an easy way to remember. See, from pride, you take out the P. From arrogance, you take out A. Then conceit, C. Anger, A. And harsh speech, H. And ignorance, I. Pachahi. Pachana and something like that. Some I can acronym. So you can always remember Pachahi. P-A-C-A-H-I. Pachahi. So if you remember this word, Pachahi, then you will always be careful to avoid these things. Like pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harsh speech, and ignorance. So you will not be. So don't forget this, Pachahi. So you will know the six qualities, demonic qualities. Actually, you should remember the 76 divine qualities. But by doing this, by remembering this, you will try to avoid these things. So these are the demonic qualities in short, and we must always avoid this. Okay. So in the current verse, 16th verse, first thing is Aneka Chitta Vibhranta. We're completely illusion with so many worries, no? Aneka Chitta Vibhranta. And the result is Mohajala Samavrtaha. Samavrta means covered. We are covered. We're completely covered by Mohajala, the intricate web of illusion. So as it is, we are in illusion. And again, because of our ignorance, and in the blinded ignorance, we create a web around us of illusion. Mohajala Samavrtaha. We're covered by the web, right? So Aneka Chitta Vibhranta Mohajala Samavrtaha. So in that, because of this web, we are attracted to prasaktaha kama bhogeshu. The third line, we are attracted to so many lusty desires. This is the royal road to go to hell. Patanti narake ashachau. So these are the 4 lines. So in this verse, Prabhupada translates the word chitta as anxieties, moha as illusions, and jala as network. So just like how when we are bound by ropes, completely tied, we cannot move freely according to our will. Similarly, when we get bound by anxieties and illusions, we become strongly attached and we will not be able to move or talk freely with others. My Guru Maharaj used to say, attached person does not smile at others. Attached person does not smile at others. But detached person moves freely with everyone. And in the computer networks, we are familiar with the term WWW, right? So similarly, for the network which is binding us in this world, we have WWW. W for want, and we worry about it. And when we don't get what we want, we weep. So want, worry, weep. WWW. Correct. So we have this binding us in this world. We want something. And so we worry about it. And when we don't get it, we weep. So worry destroys our wisdom. It destroys our charm, our health, our speech. It is full of ill fortune. In fact, this worry, it burns us like the funeral pyre. So never worry about anything. So don't worry. So this worry or chinta kills our time and burns us even when we are alive. So it is worse than funeral pyre also. So the only thing is we have to carry on our devotional service and don't worry about any of the problems and avoid the pitfalls of this pride, arrogance, and all those things. That is the qualities of a demonic nature. So we should only concentrate on these 26 divine qualities which Krishna has described in the 16th chapter. That's why this chapter is known as divine and demonic qualities nature. So very nice chapter. You can learn a lot of things. That is what not to do. That is the qualities of the demonic. What we should not do, what we should avoid. That is being very nicely described. And what we should do is given in the beginning of the divine qualities. So thank you very much, Prabhupada. Kantara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jashir Prabhupada for giving this opportunity to glorify the Lord. Vancha kalpataru vich kripa sindhu vacha. Patidanam pavane bhi vaishnavi bhi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhupada.